We're joined now by royal expert Justin Vovk. Justin, Prince Harry's memoir comes out tomorrow, but thanks to leaks and early releases, we've already been privy to a lot of what gets talked about in the book. Do you think it was as shocking as people were expecting?
I think there's definitely a shock factor here. We can probably use the phrase the good, the bad, and the ugly to describe this. You've got the good in terms of Harry being very frank and very honest about a lot of what he's been through, but we've seen previews in some of the TV interviews he did over the weekend where he's airing some really ugly grievances against members of the royal family, going straight for the top, the fact that he's airing direct attacks against his own stepmother. This is really going to be sending shockwaves, I think, throughout the community of people that are going to be reading this throughout the global audience.
Do you think Harry has gone too far, or does this just seem jarring to us because of the lack of commenting we're traditionally used to from the monarchy?
Any type of comment that sort of pulls back the curtain of the royal family usually is something that the public consumes or is sort of jarred by, but I don't think we should underplay how explosive Harry's actions and how explosive his allegations really are, because he's not just talking about vague experiences without a lot of details. He is giving names, he's giving dates, he's attacking the closest members of his family, and in ways that we've never seen happen before with the royal family. And I think you're going to start to hear a lot of rhetoric moving forward now of, you know what, enough is enough. You've aired your grievances, you've expressed what you are upset about and how you feel you've been wronged. And I think a lot of commentators, a lot of experts, and even people in the media and in government are going to start to say, okay, let's start to move forward now already. I think it has gone too far. He really has burned all of his bridges. Actually, not even so much burned, he's taken a flamethrower to his family bridges. And he said to Anderson Cooper on the weekend that he really hopes for and feels that there can be a reconciliation with his family. I do not see that happening at any point in the foreseeable future. I don't see any olive branches coming there. He's just proven too much of a risk, too much of a liability.
And we've heard that King Charles has made it so that Harry has no role in the coming coronation. Do you think more repercussions from the palace will come?
It's really tough to say in terms of repercussions. I mean, Harry is as out of the firm as you can possibly be. He mentioned on the weekend he hasn't even spoken to his father and brother in quite some time. I suspect possibly even since the Queen's funeral in September. But really, any further steps to, for lack of a better term, disenfranchise Harry or push him out of the family would actually need to come from the government. For him to lose his titles, that actually can't come from the king. That has to be passed by Parliament in London. So to some degree, it's up to the politicians.
Thanks so much for joining us, Justin Vovk.
My pleasure.